if you're in trucking, especially in Expedite, you might want to watch this episode. Carrier Assure just rolled out a new so-called high-impact weakness. It claims that if a carrier hasn't shown shipment activity in the last 120 days, they're probably inactive, sold their authority, or even victims of identity theft. Sounds serious, right? But here's the problem. Expedite carriers, the sprinters and cargo vans that move freight every day, aren't even required to get inspections that show up in federal databases. So, Carrier Assure is unfairly flagging thousands of legitimate carriers as frauds. And this isn't the first time. I exposed them before when they handed out failing grades of Fs to Expedite carriers using the exact same flawed logic. Now they've just repackaged it, slapped a new label on it, and call it a high impact weakness. Different label, same fraud. So folks, we're going to cover Carrier Assure today. I'm sure some of you are very aware of them. And this goes for all you vetting platforms out there. I'm not going to stay quiet for what you guys are doing and the fraud that you're committing, because you better rethink what you are doing or you're always going to be on the show. You're going to get this negative publicity. The carriers, the drivers, the brokers, the shippers, I'm going to let them know what you're all up to. And for anyone supporting these kind of platforms, committing this fraud, you're going to get it too. I'm not holding back. So let's get into it. Quick show here. This is what was sent. And yes, thank you, Carrier Assure, because you sent it to one of my emails. I appreciate it. Not that 2 or 3 other people haven't sent me the same stuff, but this is what it said. A new way to spot dormant or stolen MCs. Some risks don't show up until it's too late. That's why we just added a brand new high impact weakness to Carrier Assure. No shipment activity in the past 120 days. And then you can see they added their little screenshot down there which says high impact. No shipment activity detected in the last 120 days. So we're going to go through all of this, and I'm going to point everything out to everybody. Pay attention, as I say all the time. Here was the other screenshot, was on the bottom of this post, which was emailed. When a carrier hasn't appeared in inspections or detections for that long, it often means they've stopped operating, or worse, their MC has gone inactive or been sold. Their dormant MC is being used for identity theft. The best part? This signal is already factored into carrier scores. I don't know who told you that you could score carriers on nonsense, first of all. You are not a regulated authority to be policing the FMCSA motor carrier authorities for carriers and brokers. You are a fraud using bad data that you determined to give scores to carriers. You'll see it right away under weaknesses, giving you the early warning you need to avoid high-risk carriers before making a decision. Explore the feature. Yeah, explore the feature. So, pattern of fraud. Carrier Assure's high-impact weakness. Deception, liability, harm to Expedite trucking. Carrier Assure versus reality, what they claim. No inspections in 120 days equals inactive, sold MC, or identity theft, labeled as a high impact weakness. The reality, Expedite carriers, sprinters/cargo vans are not required to get inspections. Many run freight daily with 0 inspections recorded. No inspections does not equal no activity. Number 3, why this is dangerous. Legit carriers unfairly flagged as fraudulent. Brokers misled by flawed scoring system. Creates bias against Expedite operators. Undermines trust in carrier vetting as a whole. Pattern and fraud risk. Pattern of deception. Old system, A through F grading, Expedite carriers equals F. As which I've showed in a previous episode, where I think a majority, maybe 80%, 90% plus of Expedite carriers that are not required to get inspections, she was giving them a grade of an F. That's right, folks. A grade of an F. Who is she to sit there and tell everyone in the community, in the truck community, when you're paying insurance, doing what you're supposed to be doing legally and according to law, the rules in FMCSA? Who is she to grade you, especially on false data? Fraud risk, false representation, no inspections equals no activity. Knowledge, they know Expedite isn't inspected. Intent, selling score for profit. Damages, lost income, denied loads. Deceptive, potential fraud. Liability and warning, sponsors and endorsers responsible for false claims. Brokers, shippers risk lawsuits for unfair denial of carriers. Legal test, knew or should have known. Using or promoting carrier sure equals liability risk. Different label, same fraud. So let's do a roundup. Carrier sure flags legit Expedite carriers as fraud. No inspections does not equal no activity. Don't be misled. Different label, same fraud. Brokers using carrier assure risk lawsuits and liability. FTC and FMCSA may investigate deceptive practices. Expedite carriers are not required to get inspections. Honest carriers are being blacklisted. Sponsors and brokers may be held accountable. Carrier assure equals deception, liability, and fallout. The clock is ticking on accountability. So, folks, that's your quick show for today. I would seriously reconsider what you're doing in this industry and how you're doing it, especially with using these vetting platforms. Now, it's also come to my attention that Carrier Sure has somehow now linked up with My Carrier Portal and Descartes, which I will be doing another episode on to bring awareness. There is a very serious issue here with what's going on. Years and years of this fraud has built up, and now we got these fraud vetting platforms that don't know what they're doing. They're putting out false data. There has been nothing extra added to stop the fraud by using these vetting platforms. Trust me, it is a smokescreen. Many of you brokers or customers are using these vetting platforms and you're being stroked out of your hard-earned cash while they give you bad or misleading data. So I'm going to leave you on this. Carrier Sure wants brokers and shippers to believe their high-impact weakness protects the industry. But the truth is, it's built on flawed data that unfairly punishes Expedite carriers. This isn't a glitch, it's a pattern. From the A to F grading system to today's weakness score. The result is the same. Honest carriers branded as frauds. And here's the danger. Every broker, shipper, and sponsor who leans on this system is tying themselves to it. If you deny a carrier a load based on this score, you could face claims for lost business. If you promote it, you're endorsing deception. When the lawsuits come, when regulators like the FTC or FMCSA start digging, the liability won't stop at Carrier Assure. It will spread to everyone who used it. Expedite carriers, share your stories. Brokers, ask yourself if you're ready to defend a decision in court based on a flawed score. Shippers, think about what happens when your contracts are challenged because of bad data. Carrier Assure's model isn't innovation. It's misrepresentation. It's a ticking time bomb of liability. And the law is crystal clear. You knew or you should have known. Different label, same fraud. And when the fallout comes, it won't just land on Carrier Assure. It will land on you. Drivers, I want you to seriously consider pushing back, fighting against fraud in general, and then the people that are profiting off of creating this fear and creating these vetting platforms. You guys complain about the rates. You complain about the illegals and all this other stuff. Play your part. If you want to be men and women in this industry, do your part. A voice, a phone, a computer, and knowledge goes a long way. These people are crooks in the industry. They're only interested in lining their profit in their pockets for themselves, okay? They don't care about your vehicle, your time on the road, your insurance, your health, your time away from families. Trust me, there are some good people in this industry, but you need to find them. You can ask me, I can recommend people, but I cannot sit here all day long and hold everybody's hand. I'm not a holding hand kind of guy, if you can't tell that already. But you, as strong individuals, should step up to the plate. Don't expect everyone else to be your mommy and daddy. I come on my platform and I expose a lot. And like I always say, I don't care whether they like me or not. I will continue to expose all of this nonsense and this fraud. That's what must be done. I'll play my part, but can you play your part? I'm Axel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Carrier Sure, you're garbage. You are truly garbage. And everybody let Descartes, MacroPoint, My Carrier Portal, let them know I'm coming. They're on the list, especially since they linked up with this witch. I'm Axel. Catch you on the next one.
Ooh, you wanna come and get me, kick me down and make me hurt myself. Oh no, you will never forget me. I'm imprinted on your heart, I swear. At times you make me